Let's see. Let's see, is there anything in here that is not applicable? Okay. Okay, let me check on the YouTubes. Okay, so we're just gonna, in fact. So that was the end of the Battlefield stream, and now we are in right here. Okay. 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 Oh, did Argus go to bed? I gotta pay my electricity bill. Hold on a second. Okie dokie. So the power bill. All right, so we have the power bill, the gas bill. That's internet 1, that's internet 2. No. That's internet 1, that's internet 2, and then the other one is the water bill, which should have I didn't take a screenshot of it for some reason. I guess I can make sure, right? Like, might as well make sure that my water bill's been paid. Oh, we're in a drought right now. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so water bill's been paid. So the only thing I haven't paid yet is my father for the car insurance. Where is... Alright, I'm updating all my bills. Are all my devices acting sort of fucky today? Okay. I wonder. Okay. What the? Okay. What the hell's going on? Let's see. Let me see. You know what? Let's. Oh, I popped the neck and it felt so good. Hold on. That seems like it's too thin. Oh, it's a little before, okay. I can't. Oh well. That's fine. That's fine. Oops. No. Let's see. There's no way it's centered. That's more centered. Ooh. Oh, my legs. Oh, my legs. Oh, my legs. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, so you know what? I think I like the imperfection of it all. Okay. Argus did go to bed. Okay, well, I'm going to say a good night to him real quick. Okay. Argus has been given the good nights. Okay. Oops. Okay. I need to get a drink. Hold Where is my... Here it is. Okay. That's good. It's not perfectly even because I can tell it's not, and that kind of pisses me off. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna. Original. Okay, so I'm gonna try something. Okay, so we're gonna leave the original one. Okay. Why is my OCD kicking in now? Damn. Wow. Are you serious? Okay, I did all of them wrong. Okay. Okay, 1, 2.5, 1, 2. Okay, that looks centered. That's as centered as I can fucking get it. Okay, this is not going to be a complete one-to-one because it'd be 1, 2. Let's see. That looks about right. Okay. Yo. Okay, and then the final one. Okay. Okay. See, that one looks so much. See, it's not perfectly even still because I can still tell with this, but it's a lot closer than it was before, and I am okay with that. Okay. Okay. It's so crazy all the things I had to do just to get this. Okay, well that was miserable. Velicor, hello! Hi, how are you, my friend? How are you doing? You feel better today? I feel good. Well, I've been drinking beer, so like I really have to pee right now, and I've been trying. So I did. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So I finished my starting student screen. I'm not sure if I want to keep it this way. Like all the normal stuff is right. Like the walls or this, I don't know if I want this or if I want just the gradient. I don't really know. So I'm still debating on that, but this is pretty much done. And then I'll have to animate it. But then I was like, okay, well, what do I have? What other thing do I want? And so one of my point redemptions is tarot cards. And I'm not super intuitive with tarot cards. I don't really know the cards very well, but I like the idea of it. It's like a fun little thing. And I want to have a background for the tarot cards, you know, like I would, at minimum, it would just be a screen being like, it's like tarot cards, right? But ideally, if I can figure out how to do it easily, what I would like to do is have all of my tarot cards scanned into my computer, and that way all I have to do is just like cover it or uncover it, as it were. I'm not a coder, so I don't know how to do it that way, but with like scanning pictures in and then adding them to OBS and all that fun stuff, that I can figure out. It's time consuming, but I can do it. But like at minimum, I wanted just to have like a tarot card screen for it. And I did not come up with this design. This design is literally the back of my own tarot cards. Like, hold on, I'll show you. Ignore my chair is super low because, you know, my tablet's low. But yeah, like see, like this is my tarot card. So I'm just trying to copy it. I just spent like a lot of time trying to figure out how to do this little like diamond star thing. It took way too long. Way too long. Oh, but I really do have to go pee. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on a really quick be right back screen, and I might as well run my ads now because I need to do that. I need to pee. My dog needs to pee. So I'll be right back. Sorry for chatting and then rushing, but I really do have to go to the bathroom. We're back. Yeah. Thank you for tolerating the extended break. It meant to be only 3 minutes, but I realized after I peed that I never actually started the ad break. So that's my fault. I thought I clicked the button to do it, but I did not. I was too busy with going to go pee. Let's see. Alright, so the next thing we gotta work on is the other 2 stars in between the right... See, part of it bothers me that it's not perfectly symmetrical, but you know what? Maybe I should learn to find beauty in the imperfections. Also, the alcohol has kicked in, and I'm sobering up. So, like, I'm buzzed, but I'm sober, but I'm tired, and I'm hungry. I don't know. It's a weird cacophony of things. Here's my glove, because, you know, no glove, no love. And pen. Oh, pen. There's the drawing pen. Okay. Ah, no. Beauty's definitely the imperfections. Yes, but when you're copying a thing that is very much symmetrical and you cannot be symmetrical, it's a little like... I don't know if I have OCD or if I just hyperfixate on things, but every once in a while it will kick into the most random things. And I'm like, I must have this perfectly matched. I redid this circle thing already. And it's so close. But it's just, like, not quite there. Oh, well. I mean, I guess one of the ways I could just... Because, like, what's funny is that, like, this outer ring is even. This inner ring is even. It's this one that's not. Oh, wait. Wait, if that's... Wait, can I... Hold on. Okay, hold on. We're gonna save. Let's see if I can fix it. Let's see if I can fix it. So it's the second inner one. I need to move it over to the right. It's just a tiny bit, just like a tiny bit. Okay. Will this work? Will this work? You know, we're making this a little bigger. Is this gonna work? Oh my god, I think it's gonna work. See, that's almost perfectly symmetrical. Holy crap! Yes. The hyperfixation, slash OCD, has been satisfied, and oh my god, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. I wish the stars were a little bit more symmetrical, but like those were, as long as they're all the same, that's all that really matters to me. That's all that really matters to me. Part of me misses playing Call of Duty, but oh my god, I used to get so angry. I used to get so angry. So Velicor, what's up with what's new with you? I was trying to say what's up with you and what's new with you at the same time. So what's new? Last I checked, you and Argus were playing that like Don't Starve game, like off stream. I don't think y'all have had a second session because if I recall correctly, he said that y'all got kind of stuck and you were playing either the previous iteration or the newer iteration to like try to figure out what to do. But besides that, like, how's life? Like, obviously you're feeling better, which is good. But like, how are streams? How are games? How's family? How are friends? How are you? You don't think either of it jived with it? Argus wants to play more games with me, but the games he likes and the games I likes aren't really the same. Like, for example, right, he loves like puzzle games and that kind of stuff, whereas I do not. I get very angry with puzzle games. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to restart my computer. Streams are okay-ish, feeling like they're kind of pointless, but I'm going to keep shouldering on. Yeah, no, I get that. I still have those moments, and I love how I'm talking to you like I'm such a big streamer. I'm really not. One of the good things and one of the bad things that I have now made the correlation in my head is if I play video games, I should stream. Or if I have fully correlated drawing to streaming. So like 9 times out of 10, if I'm going to draw, it's on stream. Because how do I phrase this correctly? I always assume that no one is watching me, and I try to force myself to talk to the room, like to like myself. I don't do super well because, you know, like I hyperfixate and I get really quiet. But even when I have, like, I am extremely lucky that I have 2 extremely regular people. I have Argus, who will, at minimum, I know he'll watch me for at least 5 minutes. And then I have my friend KGT, who's currently on a 200 plus stream streak. So even if he just lurks, it's just like, I just know someone's there. You're driving the struggle bus, I'm happy, but I also feel like I'm lying to myself because, frankly, I just feel empty. First of all, don't feel sorry for paying up because I asked you, so don't feel sorry for it. Additionally, the pain thing, is that in your personal life in general, or is it like streaming related? Because if it's streaming related, all I can say is that I feel like we all have a bit of imposter syndrome. I don't know how long you've been streaming, but I've only been streaming for like a little over a year. It's a year and 8 months, and I hit my 1 year affiliate anniversary in August. If it's your personal life in terms of struggle bus, I can't really help that, because when people have tried to tell me how I should react to my own views on my mental health, sometimes I react negatively. So I try not to be like, oh, we'll just do X, Y, and Z. Personal life. Okay. Velicor. Do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race? Are you aware of it? Or do you know who Trixie Mattel is? It's okay if you don't. I'm just curious to see, like, if you... Specifically Trixie Mattel. Like, I'm aware of it, but I don't... Okay. Yeah, RuPaul, the person, is, like, not great. But here's the thing, right? Trixie Mattel is one of my favorite drag queens. I don't watch the TV show. I watch the pit stop and some recap shows, and that's about it. But I can't remember. She said it over several different iterations, both on like the TV show, her own YouTube show, or podcast, or whatever. But one thing that she said that really resonated with me, that I'm trying to embody more, is so. Let me give you the context first before the quote. The context is like, you know, when fans or people they don't know says, "Oh, Trixie, you're so hot, you're so attractive. I want to do all these things with you," or "You're amazing," and Trixie's just like, "I don't think I'm that attractive," or "I don't, you know, I don't think I'm that good." Not good in terms of work, but in terms of good in terms of like as like a normal boy drag and as a partner and all that fun stuff. And then she said that it is not up to you to validate someone's feelings. You don't date yourself. Or the way she phrased it was, you don't fuck you. Other people fuck you. So the way I interpret that is, who am I? Like, it's like Argus, love him to bits, but he'll give me these compliments, and I'm like, I'm not doing anything special, you know, I'm just treating you like a human being. I don't understand why you find this to be a good thing. And then I have to stop. It's very similar to compliments. Just take the compliment. And so Velicor, in regards to like for what you have to offer, it is not up to you to decide if who you are and what you put out there is I'm sorry, alcohol is fully kicking in, and I'm trying to figure out how to say it correctly. It is not up to you to decide if what you put out there is valuable or not. It's for the people who are quote unquote consuming you to. All you can do is just be like, here I am. Bald spots, wrinkles, sunburns, every imperfection that I see in myself. This is what I am. This is what I have. And all you can say is, and if someone says that's great, it is not for you to be like, you know what, you're right, I am great. Like, you person, thank you for loving me. Thank you for finding me attractive. That's not on you. Nor is it on you to, when someone's like, I find you so attractive, to be like, oh no, you're just saying that to be nice. We all perceive reality in the world differently. So whether or not you think you are the hottest thing ever or the ugliest thing ever doesn't matter. All that matters is you are true to yourself. You are like, this is who I am. And then and you allow the person to express their truth. Just like it's not fair to let strangers tell you what you should think, you should not tell what strangers to think, because it's just, life's too short for it. So in terms of friendships and relationships and just like getting yourself out there, I cannot give you the motivation to do it, but you can find the motivation to go do that. But what I will say is, and I literally still struggle with this to this day. Like, some days I believe in it, and some days I think I'm the ugliest, fattest thing ever. But if someone finds you, or doesn't find you, attractive, funny, whatever like adjective that you're looking for in another person, whether it's romantic or platonic, that's not on you. All you can say is, this is me. Take it or leave it. Now, realistically, when you get into relationships, whether it's friends or relationships, you do change yourself a little bit, because we all have our rough edges, and sometimes the edges need to be smoothed down a little bit, but they shouldn't be chipped away. You're ready for things to calm down before you put yourself out there? Listen, if there's anything I learned when I quit smoking, it's that no one can make you quit until you're ready to. So no one can make you put yourself out there until you're ready to. Sometimes, this is a caveat to that previous statement, sometimes we're like, I'm not ready, and you need like a push. But you will know if it's just you talking to yourself. Don't get me wrong, I still think that, like, before I met Argus and I was on the apps, I'm like, no one likes me, like, whatever. But that's not on me. And you and I know this both from streaming, is that the hardest step is the first step. So in regards to putting yourself out there, it's only going to get harder, and it's only easier to tell yourself, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Sometimes you just got to take the plunge. But you also need to check in with yourself, being like, am I ready for either the positivity or the negativity? Because people online, they can be so kind and so generous, but they can also be so cruel and just so dismissive. So all that to say is, I'm sorry you're going through that, but when you are ready, you will put yourself out there, and don't worry about how you view yourself and how someone else view you. How someone else views you are two completely different things. Yeah, you don't know if you're ready for it, but to be a contrarian, how will you know if you're ready for it until you do it? You only learn what you can tolerate and what you do not like until you do it. I was on like the various apps for years and years, and yeah, it's great when people are like, oh my god, you're so hot, you're so attractive, and it sucks when you message people and they ghost you or say no thanks. But sometimes you have to treat yourself like you treat other people. So in regards to talking to people on the apps, whether it's dating or platonic, you send out the message and they do not respond, and you feel super bummed about it, and you're like, am I not funny? Am I ugly? Am I not buff enough? Am I not skinny enough? But then if you think about it, if someone messages you and you just for whatever reason aren't vibing it and you don't respond, are you a bad person? No, you're just a person. These people are faceless people on the internet. So feel the upsetness, feel the sadness, but don't let it consume you. Past patterns is what tells me I'm not. I get it. I do. Trust me, I really do. In the span of 8 months, I gained, not 8 months, about a year or so, I gained almost 100 pounds because I went from a physical job to a work from home job. And someone who I thought was not only a friends with benefits, but a friend in general of mine, ended up dropping me. And not just being like, hey, I'm doing my own thing, but like use my own fears and anxieties against me in a confrontation. So like, I honestly do get it. But okay, so this is like one of the last things I'll say about it. I mean, if you want to continue it, I'm always down to talk about it, but I'm ranting and I want to keep working on this before I stop for the night. But I'm going to tell you something that's a little bit mean, but that I saw online that helped me a little bit. And it's I don't remember the exact words, but it's pretty much this. You can sit in your room and wallow about how short you are, fat you are, skinny, whatever it is. You can sit in your room and wallow about how no one's going to like you or everyone hates you, or and feel miserable about yourself, or you can try to just do a step. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. But is it better to sit in a corner and metaphorically just rot in the neutrality of it all rather than trying? Is your fear of trying really greater than your desire to be talked to or wanted? And at the time, I didn't really understand that, because I was like, no, it's safer to be in what I know and what's safe. I know this metaphorical space that I am in, so I'd rather stay in it. But then when I got to the other space, I was like, oh, I'm so glad I left. And then sometimes it doesn't work that well. And sometimes when it doesn't work well, I feel awful and I feel vindicated. Like, this is why I don't talk to people. But then you feel your feelings, you feel sad or you feel angry, and then you learn to cope with it, and then you try again. And only you can prevent forest fires. That's not anyway, but like, that was the feeling. And all I took from that was, if you need time to heal and you need time to feel sad or angry or depressed, that's okay. But don't make it your identity. Take the time you need to feel, and it's okay to be scared to try something new, but it is better to be scared and trying something new than feel safe and comfortable but just exist in the same space forever. And that one I learned when I started dating Argus. Because, and sometimes you do need a push. Because I remember, so Argus and I met, and this is like, I already said this the last name, but like I'll give a quick backstory. Argus and I met June of 2024. And I would say about 4 to 6 months after that, he said, hey, I like you. I would like to date you. I would like to be in a romantic relationship with you. And I was like, and I was very upfront with him from when we first met till that point, being like, I don't know if I am ready for a relationship. I don't know if I will ever be ready for a relationship. And he said, that's fine. I'm just letting you know this is where I stand. And I said, okay, thank you. I was scared that, like, it's better to be where I am right now. We're friends with benefits, the boundaries are defined, and if we try for something romantic and it doesn't work, then I lose what I have now. It's better to have this relationship at 50% than at 0, than try for 100 and get 0. And I was fine with that. I really was. But then we would go out with people, and there was this one guy, his name was Pup Helicos, and I remember seeing him and Argus flirt, like talk, and I got so jealous. Because I would look at Helicos, who was like buff and everything, and I'm like, I'm 34 years old, I work from home, I'm not fit, I'm not exciting, I don't like sports, I'm not smart, I'm not in shape, I don't have a high sex drive, all of these things that I am not. And I looked at that person and I'm like, he is the opposite of me. From pure physical attributes, he is my opposite, and he is better than me in every single way. So of course Arcus would prefer someone like him. And I would kind of mention this, being like, oh, Helicos, he's a really nice guy, because I did talk to him, he is nice. But if he lived in this other country, I'm like, if he lived in our state, would you want to date him? And he's like, no, because Helicos knows he's attractive, so he wants to be with other people. And I'm like, well, what if he wanted to be with just you? Would you want to be with just him? He's like, no, it's just Helicos. I can't explain it. Helicos is just a friend that we fool around with, but I don't know if I would ever like date him romantically. I don't know. And that was one of the steps. Another step is that we knew someone, his name was Brett. And at the time, we believed that he had a lot of health problems. Even though he was in his mid-20s, I was under the impression that he had some heart problems, and it was a ticking time bomb, as it were. That he could be alive for another 6 months, he could be alive for another 10 years, he doesn't know. He had a health scare. Nope, I'm wrong. Take that back. Roll that back. He came to my place because I had his pup hood, and all he did was come park in my cul-de-sac, and I gave him the hood, and we chatted for a little bit. But recently, before that, he had a health scare. Before I even knew him, he had a health scare, and we talked about it with Argus, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's better if I just stay where I am, because I'm scared that if I try to be in a relationship with Argus and it doesn't work out, then I lose him, I lose our friendships, I lose everything, and I'm back to where I was. And where I was not a good place. And he told me that he basically did the whole like Romeo and Juliet quote where it's better to have or Shakespeare in general, it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all, right? And that was not the defining factor, but that's what really got me thinking about it. Like, it got me really, it's like both the jealousy and that got me really thinking about it. And that's when I told him, I'm like, hey, give me 30 days to think about it. And at the end of the 30 days, that's when I told him, I was just honest. And I said, hey, I don't know if I'm going to be a good partner romantically. Because I have this problem. I don't know if in 6 months or a year or 5 years you're gonna look at me being like, we don't vibe anymore. I do not know. But I do know that I want to try this new thing with you, because I feel like if you were to ever go to somebody else, I would feel nothing but jealousy and regret. And I would rather try the experience and it fail than not try it and wonder how it would be. And that was March of 2025. And I mean, I gave him more context within like the following days or following weeks, being like, oh, the whole Brett thing and then the Helicos thing. And I told him, like, listen, I have a stream of consciousness thought, especially when I ramble. I can't keep anything from him. Not a thing. So he knows everything that I've thought. I mean, there's a couple of like frustrations I have with him that I've kept quiet or like minimized a little bit, but I later told him. But hell, to this day, I look at him being like, I'm still waiting for you to tell me that you're tired of me and you're gonna find someone else. And he has told me that he pretty much is waiting for the same thing. He's waiting for me to realize that I don't want to be with him and I want to leave, and then I also on the opposite side wait for him to realize he doesn't want to be with me and he leaves me. So it's kind of fucked up that when we're by ourselves, we spend more time focusing on the bad things than the good things. But when I'm with him, one of the reasons why I feel like I'm a bad partner is because I don't, like, when you look at movies and TV shows and media in general, I don't get butterflies. I don't look at him and the world falls away and I feel like everything's gonna be okay and love, nothing, like there's none of that. There's none of it. But what I do feel when we're together is this sense of ease. Like, he's my friend. We can be silly and we can be goofy, and I know that I can be angry with him and apologize later, and he'll talk about he'll either tell me it was okay, or he'll talk about how my anger affected him, and we'll work through it. That's a big thing, is that I feel safe to be myself, and I know that if I upset him, he will tell me. Like, I feel safe being silly. I feel safe expressing sexual desires. And I feel safe telling him all of my insecurities. Like, I don't look at him and feel this level of safety in the sense that, like, he will make everything okay. Together we can conquer everything. It's when I'm with him, it just feels like I'm with a friend. And I want to keep spending time with him. Like, that's literally all it is. When I worked in the store, I asked a friend of mine, Paul, who was pretty similar to me in terms of, like, not being superly emotionally attached. And I asked him, like, well, you're with someone, you have a child. What does love mean to you? Like, how do you know when you love somebody? And all he said was, I know that I love somebody when they messaged me on, like, a Tuesday being like, hey, do you want to hang out? My first thought wasn't no. I would rather spend time alone. And while I haven't reached that point yet, it's like, if he messaged me on Tuesday being like, hey, do you want to hang out? My first thought was, I want to play video games. But literally 5 seconds later, I'm like, oh, video games are always here. But he may not be. I went on a wild tangent. I'm so sorry. Also, my OBS encoder is not happy with me. It keeps telling me that it's overloaded randomly. Anyway, I deviated so much, Velicor, from what you were talking about. But to bring it all up, you will know when you are ready, but at the same time, if you wait to know when you are ready, you may be waiting forever. Nice listen. Oh yeah, let me tell you something. I do not look at Argus right now and be like, that is my alpha, my omega, my one and only, my everything. We tell each other routinely that we do not want to be each other's everything. Because when you're someone's everything, if you mess up once, it's going to be catastrophic. He has friends that he does stuff with. I have friends that I do stuff with. Argus is openly polyamorous, and I am open to the idea of it. So, and we've known that from the beginning. So, if we ever have like a throuple situation or whatever, we have to be very fluid with how we navigate these situations. But the one thing that we have expressed to each other is communication. Like, we have an unspoken rule. Like, we don't, it's not a rule, it's more like a guideline. Is that, and it's also like a recommendation, that if something bothers you after 24 hours, no matter how big or small, something as big as you didn't say hello to me on my birthday, or as small as you looked at me funny, then we talk about it. I have enough anxiety to where I preface every conversation like that being like, you've done nothing wrong. I know I'm overthinking things, but I just need to talk about this to get out of my head so you know about it. And if it turns into a big discussion, then it will, but I don't think you've done anything wrong. It's just a thing that I misinterpreted, and I know it, but I have to talk about it. And then I will talk about it, and then we go from there. And I've learned that works with friendships as well. I'm not so expressive with my friendships because I've known them for 20 years, and I don't feel like I need to, but yeah. Anyway, let me at least finish these 2 stars on this side, because I have been chatting for a hot minute. Where is it? There? I'm already on the last tool. God damn it, I'm so stupid. Let's see. What? What? I think my program froze. Yeah, I think my program froze. It's the same with me and Shopcat, but if you want to talk more about this later, I'm down. I'm better on voice these things. Yeah, and like, so one of the reasons why I started streaming, besides it being a thing that I always wanted to do, was I have gotten told at work over the past couple of years by several bosses that due to my predilection of ranting and just talking about anything, that I'd be a good like talk show host. Not talk show host, but I would be good on radio, or a podcaster would be the equivalent. Like, you just a forum where you just talk. And I'm like, well, I like playing video games, and I've always wanted to stream, so that's one of the things. And then I get to moments like these where I'm, you know, intoxicated, and I just rant. It happens. That's why it wouldn't work. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. It didn't break. I was just... Okay. My program didn't break. I forgot what was what. Kind of opposite. You don't really talk. I'm more of an observer. When I'm in public with people, if I don't know them, I'm pretty quiet. I'm very quiet. But it's when I get comfortable with people that I don't talk about anything and everything. It's just I have less of a filter. Like, I won't talk... Like, Velicor, if you and I met in person, I wouldn't, after 10 minutes, go talk to you about my work, my life, or whatever. But if I'm with Argus, and then the three of us are having a conversation, and then, like, there's like a sentence or something happens where I'm like, oh, he's not an asshole. Then I might talk more than normal, and then if he walks away, then I might keep talking that level. But I'm not going to go from, like, not talking to talking everywhere. It's easier here because there's no one in front of me. Like, everyone is just characters on a screen. Like, you're not real people to me because you're just text on a screen. You're not a person standing in front of me judging how I look, how I sound, how I dress, how I stand, how I whatever. And also, thankfully, with the alcohol involved, my filter is very much gone. And when I drink, I have very much a stream of consciousness mindset. You're not a real person? Oh, thank God. Yeah. What is real? What is real and what is not? Like, I cannot verify your existence with my reality because the only reality I can verify is my own. And who's to say that I'm not imagining everything? Who's to say? I have to stop that. I'm getting too abstract and I'm starting to freak out. So my program was not broken. I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb. Woo! No. Okay. That's pretty much even. I feel like we could have really fun abstract conversations. Oh yeah, if I'm in the right mindset, oh yeah, 100%. Because sometimes I just want to like scroll on my phone. And oh, also one thing I do, I'll be so invested in conversation, like with a group of people. So you have a group of like 4 or 5 people, right? And there's like one person you're like talking with in the group. And then they hear something and they briefly start talking to someone else. I will so fast go on my phone and just start scrolling and be like, whatever. What did we do before phones existed? I don't know. Okay. I'll worry about because I still need to fix this circle and this circle by making them more of like a crescent. Like this is a super crescent moon, and this is like a half moon. Versus the other one. Sad and awkward silences. Yeah. Well, I don't really know what I used to do because I was a child back then, and I don't know what I did. I feel like if I was an adult and doing it now, it'd be the awkward silence, or I would just carry a book with me and just read the same couple of pages over and over again. I don't know. But okay, so yeah, we have. This is the end. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I do have to work tomorrow, even though I don't care. It's one of the bad things about working 10-hour work days is that the days feel like they go on forever for a while. So let us find out. And I also need to restart my computer because it is not. I rendered 4 videos about my Halo. Oh, speaking of, for anyone listening, the Halo Campaign Evolve session that me and my friends did this past weekend, I have now edited. There will be 6 episodes. We are not finished with the campaign because one of my friends' PC was having problems, so we have not finished it as of yet. But if you are curious to see the edited version, starting tomorrow, the episodes will release on a daily cadence until they're exhausted. But if you want to watch the unedited version of it, there's also the full unedited stream, both on YouTube as a VOD, and currently on Twitch for the next, week and a half until Twitch gets rid of it. I don't know. If you want to. But also have other stuff on there as well, if you would like to. But let's figure out who we are going to... Oh, let me go ahead and call all the things in bingo before I forget. Again. Call all events. I have bingo now. If you want bingo, feel free to have it, but if not, it's totally okay. So we need to figure out who are we going to raid next. I totally need to reset. I need to restart my computer so badly. You know what? We're gonna raid Matt because he's doing art. I did art. Why not? I did Battlefield first, but now we're doing this. I would like to thank everyone. Oops, shit. I would like to thank everyone so much for hanging out with me today, whether it was for the 4 minutes or for the 4 hours, for Battlefield 6 or for art. Velicor, especially you, I'd like to thank you for being so active in the chat for the past bit and listening to me rant and rave about all of the things. I would also like to thank you, Velicor, specifically for being okay with me offering my advice to someone who may not be warranted. So I really appreciate it, my friend. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your morning, your evening, your night, whatever time zone you are a part of. Next stream, it may be tomorrow, but Argus and I might go to an arcade tomorrow night because it's half off arcades on Wednesdays. But I don't know. If not tomorrow, then Thursday. Lovely seeing you. Oh, thank you. You're too kind. But I hope you feel better, both physically and emotionally. But yeah. on that note, I hope you have a pretty soon, once I figure out what to do with my starting stream screen, you'll see something new. And I already have ideas for a Be Right Back screen. I have no idea what to do for stream ending, to be honest with you. I have none. But, you know, we're vibing. We're figuring it out with the art thing. I'm still learning how to doodle a circle. But on that note, we're about to read out. Have a good night. Goodbye!